perfect little smaller bear, because I mentioned, I think it was Joan on my Facebook, who said she was looking for smaller bears for her mom.
Yep.
And I said there were a couple. There was Annabelle, there was a little kitty. Stitch, I think, is like a great one if you're watching. 4 easy payments of $16.25 get Stitch home. It's H212822. That's your item number. Another customer top rated item that sold out in its debut. Really, really popular. But now this is our only order of the year with this one. Stitch will not be in the July show, unless we have anything left.
Sadly not, no. We only... I know, he's one of your favourites, isn't he? Mine too. And I love... He's got this fragility about him. He's what we call kitten weight. We put different weights into the Charlie Bears as well, so all the different designs you see all have their own special little weight as well, which goes on our little record card, so we know how much they all weigh. We call this one kitten weight because when we first started Charlie Bears, we had a kitten at the time called Mia, and she always used to play on the kitchen sides and things like that, didn't she? So we popped her in the kitchen scales and took down her weight, and we said all our tiny bears are going to be the same weight as our kitten. So this is where the kitten weight comes from. I'm sorry, we have all our own language at Charlie Bears.
That's so cute.
You will get used to us with this. But Stitch has kind of got this lovely, like I said, fragility. He's kitten weight, he's fully jointed, and also got little bear patches, which I can promise you, we've created these. He's not actually an old bear. To try and make him
the little
look,
stitches throughout.
That's it.
There you go. That's supposed to be there.
So you do not cut these off.
Please
this
don't.
is part of the bear.
No, please don't.
Please don't.
You know, we once took them onto a TV shopping channel, I think it was in Germany, and the guys had snipped them off before we came on home, and we went, no! That's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
But you can see, look at that. So
Yeah.
why the little stitches, though?
Oh, he needs to look like he's been pre-loved, cuddled to death. It's the kind of bear that you would sort of stumble across if you went into Granny's attic. You can imagine, can't you, the picture? You're climbing into the attic, there's a little toy trunk open in the corner, and inside, snuggled all warm and tight inside his little Stitch, and you can see he's been repaired because he's had little holes on from being cuddled too much.
Right.
So these are kind of the little stories and little things that we come up with, and it really just grasps your imagination so that we can put all of those ideas into the little bear. I mean, like I say, the fragility for me is just perfect. And he's also small enough to sit on larger bears' knees, which means you don't need any extra space, which for someone like me who has oodles of bears, I need all the help I can get with space. So, yeah.
He's going to make a really good study buddy as well. We talk about this a lot, you know, and we talk about... My sister once went off travelling to Australia, and she went for a long, long time. And I missed her dearly. You know, it was like, you know, a little piece of my heart had gone away. And we actually both decided to take a bear each, didn't we? So that every time we looked at that bear, we could remind each other of each other. And it was just, you know, a great thing to do. And often I will actually take one of our bears away. We've got one called Bill Berry, who's my little travelling partner. If I go away kind of hunting off for fabrics and things like that all around the world, we put a little dab of Charlie's perfume under his chin, and then when I'm missing it, I'll just give it a little sniff. So there we go.
That's so cute. I had a teacher in high school, actually, my art history teacher. She called all her students critters, all her little critters. And at the end of every year, she gave every student, and by the way, I went to a big high school. There were almost 6,000 kids in my high school. It was big. But now this was art history, so it was much more limited. But anyway, she gave every single student a bear that she would collect throughout the year, and she would, you know, base it all on their personalities and such. And I got the yellow bear with big bright roses. But now the boys would get smaller bears because, you know, she was like, well, they're boys, they'll get a little smaller bear. Now with Stitch, I don't know if you caught, but he is a customer top rated bear. Pretty much every bear that isn't new today is. And a lot of the reviews were saying, you know, about his sweet little face and, well, a lot of, too, of how happy they were with their purchase and such like that. But he does have a cute little face and, you know, all these little colors. I, too, am just really blown away by the little paws. I don't know if this doesn't seem common.
That's your thing.
I
This
like
is your
the little
thing.
paws.
You know,
look at how realistic
you know
they
what,
look.
Kathy? Every presenter that we work with for the first time always selects something that they like about the bear. So, for example, we have one of the ladies in the UK that tickles their ears. Right? They're an ear person. Right? We have another one that is a bare bottom person. Right? And I mean teddy bear bottom. Right? So you are obviously a paw person.
I like
right?
the little
you
paws.
like the holding the hands. And what we do with this is that, you know, we imagine, you know, like I mean, can you imagine, you know, like bridesmaids, for example? I'm just going to do the dangle. So we're not hurting the bear, don't worry, but we're doing the dangle. So imagine the bridesmaids at the wedding, holding the bear, doing the dangle, right? You know, they're walking down the aisle with their bear, rather than with their little flowers or whatever it may be.
Right.
We've had loads of weddings like that. We've had pictures come through, yeah. And remember, you know, Stitch is also, you know, we have a lot of collectors who now have become collectors simply because they can't have animals at home. You know, so they become a bit of a replacement for that, you know, like, and say, well, do you know what, I'm either allergic to animals, or it may be that you're not allowed them because you live in a flat or whatever, and that's what people do.
Someone was just telling me that just before the show, a little bit earlier today, as to one of the reasons why they collect. So with Little Stitch, customer top rated, he sold out when he was debuted. We received more in stock for you because you loved him so much. 4 easy payments of $16.25, but now he is the only order of the year. So once he's gone again, we won't be able to get more. Now, if you are one of those who maybe loves your pets, but can't have them. I actually volunteer at a rescue, and one of the ladies volunteers because she can't have her own cat.
Yeah.
Because she's allergic.